Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Heinman, and we are coming to you from Just Force 911, where we take a look at how our public officials do their job or they completely and totally screw it up. Well, guys, Dave Biscabee with Channel 15 is at it again with Phoenix Police Department. We just need the DOJ to come in and take over Phoenix because they cannot handle themselves. They just burnt a guy on the asphalt with 3-degree burns. It took over a month in the hospital to get him out of the hospital. On a 114-degree day, hold him on the asphalt. These clowns that are in uniform, these scumbag cops, need to go away. And we need the DOJ in here to run this because these clowns here in Phoenix they couldn't find their ass with both hands if they were sitting on them. So let's take a look at this video, and you guys tell me what you think about all this because I don't see it. It's just more of the same from the Phoenix PD than before. So it's not changed. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so, hit the bell icon so you know when I put out a new video. Hit the like and share because it helps my algorithms. Thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you. And leave me a comment. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And let's check this video out.
PD is under pressure. The DOJ wants to take over that department, and the city just made national headlines after we exposed officers punching and tasering a man who's deaf.
Tonight, we're back investigating a new case, and we're warning you right off the bat, parts of this story are hard to watch.
Yeah, this video shows officers on top of a man in the middle of the afternoon, in the middle of the summer, in the middle of a record-breaking heat wave.
That man has not been charged for this incident, but he spent more than a month in the hospital with third-degree burns. His attorneys say officers literally cooked him on the blacktop. We've blurred the pictures of those burns here, but we're going to show you more of that a little later in this story. Our chief investigator, Dave Biscabee, interviewed that man and also got that surveillance video.
So far, though, we don't have the body camera footage and police reports. That's why Dave is still investigating, and he's here now with the latest.
So far, Phoenix PD has issued a statement saying the case is still under both a criminal and internal investigation. And there's also a pretty significant twist we just discovered that we'll need to break down at the end of this report. What day did this happen?
July 6th.
Okay.
I believe it was like around 2 in the afternoon.
It was pretty hot that day, right? Like 115 or something?
I believe it was breaking record, yeah.
This is Michael Kenyon, and it was actually 114 on that day. And what happened left him with scars all over his body, up and down his arms, across his chest, on his legs, with chunks missing from his knees.
Just avoid the mirrors now. I don't even care to look.
It happened in a parking lot off 7th Street, just north of downtown. Surveillance video shows Michael on the phone walking to the store. That's when a police SUV pulled up behind him. He says the officers told him to come here, and he did.
I walked up to them and with my phone in the hand and said what happened or what's going on. I don't really remember what I said, but I came back. One officer grabbed my one wrist, and then the other officer grabbed my other wrist.
Before we go further, here's the backstory. Michael lives in a house close by, practically across the street. And according to Michael, his roommate had just reported a theft from their house. So there was a theft situation going on.
Right, and he just...
But it wasn't involving you, right?
No.
A court record search shows Michael has a handful of misdemeanor cases in Arizona. 3 dismissed, 1 guilty judgment for criminal damage, and on this day, he had an outstanding warrant for a failure to appear. But Michael claims he didn't know he had a warrant. And police confirmed these officers didn't know about it either.
In my mind, too, I feel like deep down, because I think to myself, I had a bad past. I don't deserve a lot of good things in my life. So I'm like, maybe I did deserve this, you know?
That's the background. Now let's get back to what happened. Remember, we don't have body camera video, so we can't hear what's happening.
And then they told me instantly in a mean, hostile voice that they were saying you're being detained, and I said, but I'm on the phone. What did I do? I didn't do anything. Please explain to me. And And they're like, "Why are you getting antsy? Why are you seem like you're nervous?" And I said, "I'm not. I'm just, you scared me. Like you told me I'm being detained and I didn't do anything. Can you at least explain to me? I want to sit down. Let me sit down. Like, look, I'm not trying to run." And I sat down on the back of some random person's truck tail.
I saw that, yeah. About 15 seconds later, Michael stands. The video shows them struggling for about 30 seconds. Then more officers run up and take him down.
They said, "Give me your arm, stop resisting." And I think that's when like 5 people were on me, and I'm just screaming for help, I'm scared. I'm thinking like this is like the moment when, George Floyd was literally like.
He told us he thought of George Floyd because they were kneeling on his back and neck, in addition to the pavement burning his body.
This is it. This is all. This is me. I guess this is where I'm going to stay at. And
this is the end, you mean?
Yeah, this is the end.
Michael spent more than 4 minutes on the blacktop before getting handcuffed, then picked up and dragged to the police car. He said his skin was already bubbling and peeling away.
Can you describe the pain? Like, how bad was it?
Like going through hell in Hades, I guess you'd say. It's like.
Here's a video of a woman using the Wi-Fi detector to discover the hidden camera in what appears to be her Airbnb, and it
feels like your skin's melting off. The lady across the high-rise said that she thought an animal was dying, so that's why she looked out her window.
Firefighters arrived about 5 minutes after Michael was lifted from the ground. 7 minutes later, he was carted away and taken to the hospital.
The Phoenix police are demonstrating an utter disregard for human life. Sitting next to me is a young man whose skin has been burned to the 3rd degree because it was cooked on asphalt.
You feel like they cooked him on the asphalt?
Oh, they did. There's no doubt.
That's Bobby DiCello, one of Michael's lawyers. They're planning a lawsuit. They gave us the surveillance and cell phone video, but they say they have not been able to get the police reports either.
He had committed no crime and has never been charged with a crime, and he's spent over a month in a burn unit, with police peeping through the windows to see what he was doing.
If true, that means Phoenix officers knew his condition was bad. And Michael says officers were there for days and often kept him handcuffed.
Like, what do you mean they were there?
They were just outside the room. They had like this little like clicker thing that's like a blind inside the window, and they just wouldn't let me use my phone, contact my family, and it took certain cops to break the rules to let me use my phone.
He says police left after a friend called lawyers and they showed up at the hospital. Now, Michael was hospitalized for more than a month, first in a special burn unit, then in a rehab facility. He says the beginning was the worst, especially getting his dressings changed.
Just screaming at the top of my lungs, like wishing it was over, you know what I mean? I wouldn't wish it over.
Take a second. And you say you wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Did you deserve what happened to you?
I don't think so, and sometimes I beat myself up thinking like, what could I have done to deserve this? And I still cry sometimes thinking that like I didn't do anything.
Do you think anybody deserved what happened to you?
Again, Phoenix says this case is still under criminal and internal investigation. And while the city didn't directly respond to our specific questions about why officers were stationed at the hospital, their statement did say Michael was taken to the hospital and officers learned he had a felony warrant out for his arrest. Now to that twist we mentioned earlier. We just learned that hours after we reached out for comment on this case, officials went to court and filed criminal charges against Michael Kenyon. Now, not for the burn case, not for the warrant, but for a different case. Now, we just pulled the new court file. It shows 3 charges related to a domestic violence case between Michael and his brother. Here's the timeline. That alleged DV case happened on March 12th. The burn incident happened in July. We reached out for comment on that burn case October 28th at 6 a.m. The new charges were filed 9 hours later at 3:17 p.m. Michael's attorneys just released the following statement. Quote, "We are still investigating this allegation. The timing of the charges is certainly suspicious, particularly given Phoenix PD's history, but we're reserving judgment until we complete our own investigation." His attorneys also represent the group of protesters who were targeted, arrested, and falsely charged as gang members. So those attorneys have a notable history with the city. We'll stay on top of all of this. For now, I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
In response to the timing of those new charges, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office denied any conversation between their office and the Phoenix Police Department yesterday. No spokesperson says a prosecutor received the case October 2nd, 2024.
And of course, we're going to believe anything that the Phoenix PD says. Ha! Like I said, I wouldn't trust those guys with a bucket full of piss. Hey guys, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, subscribe, bell, share, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, and leave a comment. And I will talk to you guys on the next one.